I had such a lovely time talking to you about your solo album, and it was
Yes.
great to meet you, to give you a hug afterwards, and I'm very happy to be talking to you now under such happy circumstances. So first of all, tell me how are you and where are you?
Well, I'm at home in the deep, dark Kent countryside. And yeah, I've just actually just been in my studio writing away. So sort of yeah, just trying to be creative every day. Really, that's my sort of plan at the moment, and having a lovely time doing it, and sort of half an eye on getting ready for Christmas.
Yes, of course.
Life is good. Life is good.
Are you organised in that regard? Are you one of those buy your presents early, or are you one of those Christmas Eve panic at the last minute kind of guys?
Normally, I'm pretty organised. I'm struggling for inspiration this year, so that's my biggest problem.
Well, I wish that I had time to give you some, but the truth is that I'm actually on air. I'm supposed to be on air right now, and I've got three records playing
Oh,
together, so that I can quickly and succinctly talk to you not about Christmas, but about the
oh.
fact you're about to headline Latitude this next year.
Yes, yeah, 27th of July. Really excited about it. We were actually meant to be playing back in 2020, but as with most things that year, COVID got in the way, and the whole festival was cancelled. So it's lovely to be able to come back and actually give it a proper shot now. And it's a festival I've been to myself. It's lovely. I took my daughter there a few years back, and it's just a gorgeous festival. It's just a lovely atmosphere. So to be part of that musically is yeah, feels like a great honor, really.
Yeah, it is a lovely. It's a good site, and you can get
Mm.
refuge in those woods. You can get some shades in the woods. I really do love. I love the festival, and I love the site as long as it's not too sunny because it can get very dusty there. But my gosh, we've both seen some great performances there. That was the first time
Yeah.
that I ever saw Sam Fender, and nobody had heard of him. And
Wow.
oh my God, this guy. Actually, he and you're both in the soaring voice department. You two.
Yeah, he's very talented. Yeah, very impressive songwriter. He's really got something to say, which I think is well, to me at least, feels like it's more and more of a rarity these days. So someone who has that sort of very strong voice, both in terms of their singing, but also in terms of what they're saying, is always incredibly appealing to me. So it's great to have people like him around. I actually, when I last went to Latitude, I saw Wolf Alice before they kind of really became the huge band that they are now. And so to
Yes.
see them in that environment was again very inspiring, very exciting.
Damn, I wish I'd seen you there. I
Yeah.
interviewed them before they went on.
Oh, did you? Right. Yeah. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. No, so how kind of fortuitous that you are one of these people who got some positivity out of the pandemic, because of course when you were booked to do that show in 2020, you were not headliners, but now that this time has passed, the love for you and Keane has increased because you are now
Mm.
in one of their headline slots, and that must feel good. And who are you headlining with?
Well, I believe that Duran Duran are playing one of the other nights, and Kasabian are playing one of the other nights. Both obviously great bands. And as to how it happened, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting with Keane. It feels like the music has a kind of timeless, sort of classic quality, I suppose, and we seem to still be drawing in younger fans. As the years go on, and so we now sort of have built up this really great fan base of all the kids who got into us back in 2004 when that first record came out. But then, also, dare I say it, their kids, 20 years later. And I think particularly songs like Summer Any We Know, which seem to continue to have this sort of impact online and through social media and stuff, and through TV shows. That song keeps getting picked up. It keeps sort of reintroducing people to who we are, and then they seem to go on and discover the catalog, and yeah, and they're now sort of fully with us. So I guess that's how we're managing to still sneak these headline slots all these years later.
That's it, Tom. When you've written one of the best songs that's ever been written, you only need one. and then you're good forever. And, and don't worry about the whole sort of, dare I say it, their children. You got to lean into it, Tom. I've been on tour with the Prodigy many times, and I've seen 3 generations of people in that audience: a grandfather, a son, and their grandson. And and I have absolutely no doubt that you're going to get there, and they will all be charmed by your wondrous melodies. You've just actually you just put your finger on something and reminded me of the chronology here, because this is quite mind-blowing. 20 years, you've got an anniversary this year. Is it this year of your debut album?
In fact, next year, May of next year will be the 20-year anniversary of Hopes and Fears, which in some regards is hard to believe, but also does also feel like a very long time ago to me. So, so we're going to celebrate that. We're doing some shows. Well, in fact, we're going all around the world. We're doing a great big world tour. We're playing at the O2, a couple of nights at the O2, and doing an arena tour in the UK in May of next year. So. That record, it clearly struck a chord in people's hearts when it came out. And obviously, I guess the opportunity for us to revisit that experience, and for the fans to do the same is something that seems to have sort of garnered a lot of excitement and enthusiasm. So we're really looking forward to celebrating that next year.
Fantastic. And what's the shape of that going to be? Do you know? Are you going to do that thing where a band or an artist just plays the whole album as if it was, as if you were recording it live in the studio, just the whole thing track by track?
It's such a predicament. I mean, the problem is that Hopes and Fears, because we were a new band, we kind of top-loaded the album with all the singles, or what we thought would be the singles. And there did end up being sort of 4 or 5 singles off that record. So, I mean, to be honest with you, the album opens with Somewhere Only We Know. So I think our predicament is, if we were to play it in order, quite how that would feel in terms of a live performance. But we're still at the point now where we're sort of playing around with the ideas. Because, I mean, I've been to see quite a few of these anniversary shows over the years, and it is, there is something very beautiful about hearing the album from start to finish in the order that and love it. But at the same time, I just feel what the nature of this particular album makes that really, really hard to do. So I'm unsure whether we'll actually do it like that or not.
This might be controversial, Tom, but as a manager of artists and somebody who loves their music, I would say go for it, because otherwise the whole thing will be about that song. And wouldn't it be lovely to just put that up the front, have such a joyous beginning, and then it's no longer about that song. It's about you saying to everyone, we're about so much more than that one song.
Yeah, well, that's certainly a valid point. And I shall present it to the band as though it was my own.
You can have that one for free, Tom, with all my love.
Yeah, thanks, Eddie.
Fantastic. Well, such good luck. So much love for you, and more power to your elbow. So, and congratulations in advance. Hopefully, I'll get to maybe could we do like an album special next year? Can we do a track by track together of your debut album?
100%, Eddie. I'd be delighted to do that. Yeah, that'd be
fantastic. Great. Excellent. Well, have a very, very happy Christmas to you and your family, and I hope that you get those presents sorted.
You too. Thanks, Eddie. Cheers.
All right, my friend. Bye-bye.